Bro, I am so pissed right now, guys. So if you didn't know, in Mario Kart World, when you are in an online worldwide, it usually gives you an option of 3 tracks to pick from in the track selection. And I'd say probably about 75% of the time, each of these tracks is an intermission track that's connected to the last track that was played. So what this means is that in Mario Kart World, you're essentially stuck playing intermission tracks like 99% of the time. But there was one thing that essentially mitigated this problem mostly, and that is by voting random. If you vote random, then it would always give you a 3-lap track. Now, the reason people like 3-lap tracks a little better is because you can practice them in time trials. You know, a lot of people, including myself, I memorized every single track in the game. I made a video about that. It took me a long time because you can put into use all those pieces of tech and shortcuts that you practice on those tracks, and it's really fun. So this morning I opened Mario Kart World on my Switch 2. It said it had an update, and you know, I was like, oh, you know, it's probably some patch notes, but wouldn't it be cool if they maybe changed something, added something new, or maybe fixed something that we didn't like, or something like that. I just played a bit of free roam and hopped on YouTube to check out, you know, see if there's anything new happening. I do that every morning now just to make sure I'm updated on any news concerning this game or the Switch 2 or anything like that. And oh my goodness, man, I found out probably the worst news I've ever heard about this game. Nintendo made it so that a majority of the time when you pick random, it will give you one of the 3 intermission tracks that is in the track selection. Alright, so I've joined a worldwide room and I'm gonna show you what I mean and just how bad it is. Okay, there we go. We have Moo Moo Meadows, Cheap Cheap Falls, and DK Pass. I'm gonna vote random. I'm like at an 8,000 VR level, so yeah, most people vote random. Let's hope it picks random so we can see what the change was. Yeah, there we go. It's gonna pick a random track, and yeah, there we go. We got Moo Moo Meadows. Now, before the update, we would have just played Moo Moo Meadows. But now we are driving from Dandelion Depths to Moo Moo Meadows, meaning we're only going to do 1 lap on the track. Now that's okay with me because I absolutely hate Moo Moo Meadows, but oops, missed the start boost, but I think that's actually optimal in this game. 14 player room, yeah, you get the triple shrooms. That's kind of like an optimal strategy. But guys, oh, this is not good. Like, pretty much before this update, I was low-key happy that the 3-lap tracks were like having to be random. I was happy that was a thing. Because, okay, look at this. I bagged a little bit at the start. You take a big shortcut. Okay, I think most people took the shortcut, never mind. But there's a lot of cases where if you have good items, you can just take a shortcut and get to the front. I'm already in the front, but there's a bit left in the intermission, so I'm actually going to wait behind and bag twice, which should not be optimal, just so you know. Get away from the chaos a little bit. Bro, this is actually not good. Like, look at this. I don't even have to take a shortcut. The power items are so good in this game. I just advanced 3 spots just by using triple mushrooms inoptimally. Like, on a straightaway too. It's not even like, oh, we used them inoptimally on a shortcut. I've advanced so far ahead. Okay, that guy took a shortcut with his bill, you know? This is just like, this is crazy. And now the tech that I've practiced on this track, which is, admittedly, this is like my worst track in the game, but the tech that I've practiced on this track is now gonna be essentially useless. Like, not useless, like I still have to use it. That's kind of a bad way of saying it. Like, see if I can get this shortcut. Okay, I wasn't able to get the shortcut properly and stuff, but man, this is so pissing because, bro, I've spent so much time practicing these tracks and so many other people, and now we can't play them the way that we want to play them. At least most people. You know, if you like the intermission tracks, there's nothing wrong with that. But look at that, I bagged, and now I just got first place. That was a free first place, essentially. I had to battle a little bit, but that was pretty easy. If you want to see some more gameplay of this update, you should go check out Shortcat's newest video. He did a lot of gameplay, sort of showed you the probabilities of how it works and stuff. I'm just not happy, bro. I love Mario Kart World. This is my favorite game of all time, at least like right now. Could be recency bias, but man, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe was my favorite game, and I feel like this is just better than that game. So at least right now, it's my favorite game by far. And I feel like it's probably going to stay that way forever. You might also be thinking that you can just play competitive Mario Kart if you want to play 3 laps. And that's true, but not everyone wants to play competitive Mario Kart, and that includes me. If you don't know about competitive Mario Kart, it's this community-run like thing by a company called Mario Kart Central, and they have a Discord server called Lounge. And now this server pretty much matches you up against 12 players of the same skill level as you, and you play 12 races. Now, the issue with this is, first of all, it's 12 players. Now, they did run some 24-player events recently, but it's definitely not their main thing right now. but it's definitely not going to end up being a big thing for them. So if you want to play 24-player races, which I know some people don't like 24 players, but I really do, man. It's like one of the new features of this game, and it's so fun. And so yeah, you can't play 24-player races, but even without that, you have to be mega sweating because the MMR system is much stricter than the VR system, and also it's just a competitive environment, meaning it's just way sweatier. Now you can still get 3-lap races with random, but it's just very, very rare. Now if I want to play a challenge where there's a certain amount of races, or maybe it's a challenge where I have to do this until I win or something like that, I can't really do that in competitive because, well, you have to play 12 races. So I can't quit after, you know, let's say 3 races, or I can't quit after, let's say 13 races or something like that. It has to be in sets of 12, so you can do 12 or 24, or you know, you can keep going up like that. And also, let's just say I have time for a few races. I want to hop into a quick worldwide, have some fun, not have to worry too much, because VR is just not as like important as MMR, and it also is just way more generous with the amount you get. And also there's the whole thing about the competitive rule set, meaning like you can't troll people. I was thinking about doing a Mario Kart challenge where I have to go and troll people, which I probably still will do that. But you can't troll people. You can't, you know, stay behind and try to hit someone. You have to be playing seriously. You also have to, you know, join these rooms, and if there's any issues with the host and stuff, and there's all this system that you have to go through to play the game, and you're in this room with all these other people, and let's say I just don't really want to have to, you know, look at all the chat messages and, oh, I couldn't be in, and oh, add up your scores and all this stuff. What if I just want to play some Mario Kart? That's just not as much of an option anymore if you want to play 3-lap tracks. Now, I'm being a little bit dramatic because this change just happened. Like, obviously, the intermission courses are still fun. Like, it's still Mario Kart World, it's still fun, but like, honestly, it's not as good. Is Knockout Tour gonna be a thing? Because yeah, those are intermission tracks, but you also get the benefit of it being, you know, like Knockout Tour, you know? That's kind of the whole point, is driving in parts of the world, hoping you won't get knocked out. So, is that gonna be a big thing? Is that gonna be a main thing? Also, Knockout Tour doesn't have a competitive scene yet, so that's going to be really interesting to see how that plays out. I might switch to Knockout Tour main. I don't know. I practiced these tracks so much, and I love classic Mario Kart gameplay, but bro, right now it's not looking good for the cart. Like, for some people, they have the time and, you know, they like playing Mario Kart competitively, but for a lot of people, they want to play it good and high level, but just not competitively, you know? Don't have to be this big online sweaty Mario Kart scene, you know? Now, also competitive, what is this? I have never been up here. I haven't done free roam in this area too much. Oh, this is sick. Please, guys, let me know what you think down below in the comments, and I will see you again in the next video.